The time had come to move toward another path, the Heartland star says of his unforeseen takeoff. In the present video, we'll get more into this, including why he left the show and where he'll head straight away, as well as what the forthcoming 15th season will bring. More details about Graham Wardtell's departure from Heartland and other show updates can be found in the video. First, let's take a look at the 15 new cast members. 2 new cast members were announced for the upcoming season on the official Heartland blog. Cove McPherson, a Canadian entertainer, will take over for Zia Matheson, who has played Lou's little girl, Katie, for the Beyond 3 seasons. Katie will be given a new look for the 3rd time in the show's history because Zia has decided to leave. Drew Davies, a youthful entertainer, will likewise join the gathering as Logan, a grieved 17-year-old juvenile. On the official Heartland blog, important information about this fascinating new character has been made public. Logan is a 17-year-old tortured soul who conceals his uncertainties behind presumptuous bluster in season 15 of Heartland. He is a lonely outsider who believes that everything is a joke. On occasion, he can be a normally enchanting instigator, yet he can likewise appear to be coolly unbiased and isolates. Yet, his quiet disposition is each of the a ploy. Under the surface, things are very serious for him. With strong feelings just underneath the surface, Logan has a gift that he is totally uninformed about until he meets Amy. Heartland Ranch has been a haven for troubled adolescents before, including Logan. After the takeoffs of Tay and Luke, apparently creation felt the time had come to present one more of Clint Riley's heroes to the Heartland family. Now, shows to watch if you like Heartland Yellowstone, or if you like Heartland, but don't watch out for the horses. First, are you okay? Second, the farm family show that is so critical to the series can in any case be tracked down in Central's Yellowstone. In any case, I ought to caution you right now that the show is somewhat heavier than expected, with significantly more homicide and duplicity at the underpinning of the family's inconveniences than tenacious ponies and obstinate pony young men. Kevin Costner plays John Dutton, a Montana farmer who will go to any length to shield his territory from the eager hands of the public authority, engineers, and native gatherings that guarantee it as their own. However, it's possible that members of his own family who share his ambitions are his real foe. Free Downpour. This superbly wholesome horse, in addition to wonderful, as one of Free Downpour's scrappy characters puts it, show is planned for a more youthful crowd than Heartland. However, viewers of all ages will enjoy the similarities that exist between the two shows. The series follows Zoe Jalen Barron, a 15-year-old American who spends the late spring in her mom's old neighborhood, a little peaceful town in Britain with one of the first choice pens nearby. Zoe, as Amy, has an uncanny capacity to accompany ponies, and she fosters an exceptional compatibility with Raven, an especially uncontrollable yet dazzling dark pony who just seems to like her. Along the way, Zoe makes new friends, competes against snobbish rivals, and makes eye contact with some adorable British boys. I'm getting on an example here. Perhaps you enjoy Heartland because of Tay's tale of forgiveness and second chances through courses, Wildfire. Horse Girl, do I have a show for you? The 2005 ABC Family show stars a pre-Padaleckian Genevieve Courtsay as a juvenile female criminal who has conceded restrictive delivery in the wake of working at Raint Re Farm, where a representative perceives her capacity to quiet even the most thumping Mustang. She meets a lot of new challenges in her new life at the ranch, like the 2 sons of the ranch owner, who form a love triangle that is hotter than a horseshoe at noon. Is that an expression? Out of Control Fire's ponies, not normal for Heartlands, aren't being prepped to be show ponies. They are being saddled instead for course racing. Ponies actually would. Even though this OBB family drama, which ran from 2002 to 2006, has a small role for a horse, not every show on the list has to be about horses. Or on the other hand, is that the situation? Like Heartland, Everwood opens with a husband grieving his wife's death and a family in disarray without their matriarch. A noticeable New York specialist, Treat William Holmes, migrates his 9-year-old girl and 15-year-old child to a little Colorado town to remake their lives, bringing about a great deal of inner disturbance for everybody as they conform to their new conditions. Now that we've talked about a few Heartland news and comparable television series, now is the right time to get into the genuine explanation you tapped on the video. Like additional information about the Heartland actor's explanation for his unexpected departure and information about the 15th season. Remain tuned to hear about this news. Heartland star makes sense of its unexpected exit. In the first episode of Season 14, the fan-favorite original character Ty Borden collapses and succumbs to a blood clot, marking Graham Wardle's final appearance. Who had been a part of the show since 2007, his veterinarian character appeared to recover from a gunshot wound in the Season 13 finale before succumbing to complications in the subsequent episode. In the show's most significant relationship, Ty, played by Wardle, was married to Amy, played by Amber Marshall. Fans were justifiably disturbed that such a long-running figure would pass on in such sad conditions, leaving Amy bereft. However, Marshall explained that it was essential to portray actual events. "I felt in my heart that the time had come to move toward another path," Wardle told the Canadian press. "I currently have the opportunity has arrived webcast, and there will be a future episode coming out where I intend to share significantly more about my choice and my appreciation for the 14 years I spent on Heartland," he said. Marshall guaranteed that the tales for the show are arranged a very long time ahead of time and that she had some significant awareness of Wardle's leaving for close to 2 years. "Graham has been going every which way and chipping away at different activities for the last numerous years." Marshall added that he has openly communicated with us numerous times. "They portray themselves as a truly supportive gathering. They clearly care about each other and have been working together for almost a decade. Therefore, I believe that the next step was to determine how to accomplish this while honoring that persona to the best of our abilities." Wardle felt a sense of urgency to investigate new drives following 13 years on the show, for example, his digital broadcast, on which she has recorded an episode. What's more, he's connecting with fascinating individuals that he accepts others can profit from, as per Marshall. Marshall stated that playing a character for well over a decade is a significant commitment. "Converse with anybody who's been in similar work or position for quite a long time or more. A ton of times they say, perhaps I need to take a stab at something different. Perhaps I believe that should do various things. What might we at any point anticipate from Season 15? For the past 14 years, horse enthusiasts all over the world have fallen in love with Heartland. It's likewise the longest-running one-hour prearranged show in Canadian TV history. Pushing toward the light, the primary episode of Season 15 will be the 225th episode of Heartland. The next season has a lot to cover, especially since the end of Season 14 left many questions unanswered. Characters have been forced to come to terms with Ty's death and eventually move on as a result of his sudden death, which has hung over the season like a gloomy cloud. Season 15 should show how Amy will raise Lindy without her late-life partner, and how every individual from the family will track down new importance in their lives. Another thing to look forward to in Heartland Season 15 is Tim's brand new connection with Lou's old foe, Jessica Cook. How Cooper's Equine Therapy Center develops and whether Amy will be a part of it in the future will be interesting to watch. That's basically it. All the information about Graham Wardle's surprise departure from Heartland and the recently concluded details of Season 15 are provided below. Let us know if you plan to watch Season 15 or not. We appreciate you watching today's video and hope